If you want to do business or you want to be entrepreneur, so you have to have super ideas, not average ideas. Every one of us on this earth have average ideas because we have been taught in schools, in universities, what we call it average subjects, like maths. So now, how do we convert this standard knowledge to a super knowledge in order to convert that to super ideas? Thereby you make innovations which can be converted to acquiring wealth. As I said, I believe these teachings has a Western source. It completely ignores, in my personal view, that we possess something which is far more rich in terms of the knowledge, our own knowledge, our indigenous knowledge, as much as that we have to learn what is coming from the West. But then, do we give enough emphasis to the indigenous knowledge that we have been possessing for over 5,000 odd years or even more? This knowledge has given us, long before this modern science has been transferred to this land, wings to think differently. And we have built tanks, Dagabas and massive constructions without possessing something called this modern science and also the modern maths. Where did this knowledge go after this invasion of modern, so-called modern education? Now, where do we see that knowledge? How do we get that knowledge into our thinking process? That is a question that we all have to now find an answer to. When you try to find an answer to that question, of course, then we see some hope that we can find resources within our indigenous knowledge system to think differently. When we have to read the books or the papers published or the research done using this Western formulae, that is now become the world's only knowledge. So it's an area where we will be a small little fry. We can call it a sprat. But when it comes to this real indigenous knowledge structure, which does not have to challenge the Western, the knowledge system, it can easily work together. But we can see things differently. That gives space for us to create things which is different to the things that the rest of the world would create. We can add value to the nation. We can add value to our lives. As much as the West has come up with this formulae, the business solutions to suit a certain set of people and their needs. But we should not think that is universally the truth. It is not the universal truth. When you read textbooks published on human resource management, you can see how they are trying to find solutions to the human resource related issues in the Western world, which is very different to the problems and issues that we face in this country, this nation. And we are a different civilization. Our beliefs are different. So how do we find solutions? So we have to think differently using this indigenous knowledge, of course, in culmination or in combination with the Western knowledge, because that is a rich knowledge itself. One should not get the idea that we challenge that knowledge. We respect that knowledge. We possess a better knowledge, but it doesn't have to be better. But it is a different knowledge system, which we have been possessing for a long time, very, very long time. So I think when we have to innovate, we have to think differently in order to create value. Now, you must see where this indigenous knowledge available. If you recall, our grandparents who were probably born before the so-called independence of this country, and if you can recall, then some of the stories they used to narrate, very simple stories, you know that they had something of their own. Not that they have learned from anybody, not that they have gone to school or the university and learned. They have found solutions to problems. Our great-grandparents, our ancestors have found solutions. Now, if we can somehow find some insights from that, we can find solutions which is very different to the solutions otherwise you have found in the standard or the normal, as we call it, or the what we have learned. So there comes the need to unlearn. How many of us can forget what we have learned? How many of us can forget what we learned in school, what Pythagoras said? We find it difficult to forget because that comes and disturbs you. And you think that is the only way that you can find some solution. So that is the power you have to unleash, to unlearn. When you try to find a solution, especially in the context of entrepreneurship or business, where I can vouch, that you have to forget that you have been told by your teachers and you have read this in a book that this is how it works. So the moment that comes your mind, that stops your thinking. Now if you can unleash that power of unlearning, you forget it. You think afresh. You think the way your grandmother thought. I think we should learn to think. And that, in fact, I say, it's not even to think differently. To think, period. Just think. When do we think? We don't think at all. Now, thanks to the smart phones and the such devices, we have no time to think at all. Those days we used to probably have some spare time to think, but we don't have even time to think. So education stops us thinking, and this gadget stops us thinking. Then the system has forced us to stop thinking. So we just run behind a herd. And when we talk about entrepreneurship, of course, I have a very different definition of who is an entrepreneur. However, even if you take the standard definition of it, it means that you take risks to do things differently, probably with a commercial motive. But when you take the commercial motive out of the entrepreneurship, it means that we have to think differently. I try to invite you to think beyond that formula or formulae that teaches you to think that this is the right thing. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to, especially after studying engineering, if you want to be an entrepreneur, or if you want to be a business person, you got to think that there could be other knowledge other than for what you have learned in this formal education. So in that context, I believe unlearn or unlearning what you have learned can be a lot helpful for you to think differently. I think there's something wrong with maths, something radically wrong with maths, because it teaches us to think when something is proven that is truth, and that stops you thinking beyond that. It is my belief that the origin of these mathematical studies that we go through in our country has a Western origin, and it in fact promotes somewhat of a strict way of looking at things, and it is very difficult to challenge when something is mathematically proven, unless you challenge the concept of it.